Crush Wednesday, everybody. Erin here. This episode brought to you by Gym Plus Coffee. I love rocking their gear. I practically live in it. Use code WCW20 for 20% off. If you want to hook yourself up with some pretty sweet athleisure gear, I live in it. Especially this time of year, it's very chilly. So hook yourself up with some good Gym Plus coffee gear. But today, what an exciting day. We have like a power female duo. First time we have two women joining us at one time. The CEO of a really rad company called Bohm, and then her social media coordinator. I actually became friends with the social media coordinator. Her name is Brenna, and she is so awesome. Her and I get both of them on at the same time. Vivien is the CEO and a total baddie. Oh my gosh, we got you guys both together.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, ladies. How are we doing today?
Doing good. We're doing good. Doing really good. Oh.
Are you guys getting cozy? We've got so much to chat about, and I am really, really grateful. I know you guys are both super busy. So thank you for taking some time to chat. Women Crush Wednesday, both of you guys respectively, doing such cool, rad things over there in Utah. And just thanks for taking some time out to chat, because I think a lot of people right now, we live in an era where I think we want to be really transparent and kind of see what goes on behind closed doors. You guys run, Vivien, a very successful women's clothing brand, and I love it because it's a woman-owned brand. We can't support enough women right now, especially. And so for me, I'd like to ask you first, what was the inspiration behind Bohm?
You know, it's funny because so many brands start out with, I had a dream and I had this. And it actually just started with an argument with my sister, who's also the co-founder. This was, 2004. She called me up. She was out of high school and said, hey, I think I'm going to go into fashion school. And I said, there's no way. Nobody makes money out of there, you know, and I said, you know what, why don't we do this? This isn't in the market. And, you know, she's like, no, that's never going to work. I want to go to New York. I want to be a merchandiser. Like, she wanted to put displays and stuff together. But I knew that she had an eye for fashion, and I knew I could make money out of it. And so that was the idea. And it took us a couple of years after the idea to actually get it started.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't believe it was going to go anywhere.
I love it. It started with an argument from your sister, and then look at where you guys are now. And it's so interesting because, you know, obviously I've become very close with Brenna. And I think what's amazing is Brenna is always speaking so highly of you about women's empowerment. We talk about, you know, finding ways to allow other women to speak up and take hold of the conversation when it comes to your line. And I just love it because it is very pro-female. I think that, like, in today's day and age, women really want a seat at the male-dominated table, if you will. And I'm sure, even though it's fashion, a lot of the high power players typically are men.
Right.
You know, for you, what advice do you have for women looking to make an impact, whether it's fashion or not? As a business owner, it's not easy to make those necessary steps. Like, what advice would you give to women business owners right now in making that kind of step forward?
So I don't know if this is advice just for business owners, but a lot of times when we give promotions to our females, they will typically respond with, oh, gee, I don't know if I can do it. And it's like, wait, am I stupid? I didn't pick you because I didn't think you could do it. I picked you because I thought you could do it. And so I wish more women had more faith in themselves. I wish more women had more self-esteem or the confidence to kind of take the bull by its horns and not wait. Not wait until they think they're good enough. Not wait until they've lost 20 pounds to look good. Not wait until today. Today's the day that you're good enough. And so I've seen that so many times. Like, it just boggles me because I think I have the opposite. Maybe that's where the Brazilianness comes in, you know? Um, I, I, I don't, like, I'm not afraid because I feel like the worst has already happened. Fashion's not exactly a very fun business to be in. It sounds fun, and it seems like every day's Christmas, this new shipments gets in, but it's very hard because I have to know what you guys want to buy for October.
Yeah.
October 2022, and exactly how many units and what's the color. And I have like a month or two for that, black sweater to sell. There's only 2 months of the year that women like to buy black sweaters. And if I don't sell it at that time, right, it goes. And so it's a very tough financial business. I don't recommend it. Go do tech. Tech, lots of money, So if I were to be, I don't know, gosh, born of, geez, we would have been out of business a long time ago. And so what I found is all the women around me, all of the BOEM employees and especially senior management, when you look at their background, they've all faced very hard things. We can't be, like, I can't stand limp noodles. Like, I don't know, I can't. It's like, yes or no, do you know it or not? And then are you willing to make a stand? So, we have an interesting team here at BOEM.
I love that. And I think that looking up to you gives other women permission to ask for a pay raise or to ask for more responsibility, because it is, in a way, I feel like a female thing for us to be afraid, to be timid, to not know whether or not we feel like we deserve it. So I love that is something that is emboldened in your messaging, because, Brenna, obviously, she talks about, we're here with Vivien BOEM. She's the CEO of BOEM Clothing. And she does mention how often that's important for you, because I think inclusivity, why have employees if you're not interested in hearing what their perspective is? And I want to ask you, Brenna, obviously you run the really rad, I feel like when I'm on your social media, I feel like it's an experience. It's not like I'm just shopping. It's kind of like my inner lioness comes out, because you guys do such a great job expressing personality through your social media profiles. What is the strategy for you? Because I feel like you guys, you do a really good job at giving women kind of that creativity, that expression through social media. As someone who's terrible at social media, what is the strategy that goes into it for you, Brenna?
Yeah, so I'm actually just a team member. We have a whole entire team that works on our social media, and Vivien actually approves all of it. So it's definitely like a big effort. We definitely we look at the audience first, the customer first, right? And we want to know what she wants to see. We want to know what she wants to wear, what inspiration she needs in her day, right? So a lot of what we talk about on our team is just like, what does our customer want to see? What do they want to be a part of? What will bring them in? What will engage them? Like, we know when we send you our clothes, you look great in them, but it's because you love wearing them. It's not because we just want to market our clothes. It's because we want to empower each woman to feel confident. And like Vivien said, not every woman feels that confidence, but I feel like whenever you put on a good outfit, it brings your confidence up just a little bit. Fernanda, her sister, talks about that all the time. Like, when you have a good outfit, like, you just feel a little bit better about yourself. And so that's kind of what we're trying, as our team is trying to put forward in social media, is just we're trying to bring out like what women already have inside, and just bring out that confidence and find out what you guys need and what you guys want to see, and what outfit inspiration.
So I love how she started with, hold on, there's a team. Because there really is. We're going to give credit where credit is due. I'd love to say, yeah, it's me, but no. The photography, starts with the buyers, right? It's not just me picking clothing. There's a whole team. And then there's a bunch of people that handle the photography, and they pick the shot. And there's a bunch. It's not a one man or a one woman. It's not a one woman thing. There's like at least 10, 12, 13. There's a lot. There's a lot.
So if you took so hard for your Instagram, you might not have just 12 people. You have just you, right? So it's with a team, it's a little easier.
But it's so interesting, and I get why there's a team, because we are living in an era where you can sustain and run a successful business just by way of knowing the right things to post on social media. Because if you see, I mean, we talk about it all the time, Brenna, like I'll see a pair of your leather pants and I'll just go, oh my God, like I need to have and I'm not kidding you. When I post them, all of my girlfriends are like, where did you get that? How do I get them? And it's almost like we are experiencing the experience through the social media experience, if that makes sense, because a part of me is like, I could see myself wearing those leather joggers that you guys have. And then like, I know exactly how I'm going to feel that day. And so it really is interesting because social media is so important in the fashion world, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that, because so much of our business revolves around, is the photography good enough? And so part of our strategy, not so much the social media strategy, and we're actually, I'm kind of surprised that you're saying that we're good at it, because I'm always like, oh, we suck. We got to redo all of this. But what's cool about Bohm, and this is what we really strive to do, is my daughter, 16, almost 17, her whole wardrobe is Bohm. I'm 39. My whole wardrobe is Bohm. My mom is 62. Her whole wardrobe is Bohm. And so you can find something. There's some skin revealing items, but there's stuff that's conservative. There's stuff that's appropriate for the office. There's stuff that's appropriate for you to go to a wedding as a guest.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of everything. And so social media just kind of, it just shows some of those ingredients put together. But it really, I mean, it starts with the buying. It's hard. It's really hard, because it's hard to strike the balance of, do we look too old? Do we look too prudish? Okay, now we're looking a little too club wear. Bring it back. It is so. As we're talking to malls, as we're growing our store count, they appreciate the fact that, oh yeah, you're not yet another club wear brand. I can actually see a whole lot of our customers wearing it. And so I think that speaks to the brand.
Sure. And I like that you guys do have range. And like I said, you know, I think you do a really great job of expressing that through social media. You can pair leather joggers with a sweater or a tank or a bodysuit. There's a lot of versatility within your company. And as somebody who wants to try to buy pieces that I feel have versatility, like I said, these leather pants, I don't get stopped asking about them, because all of my friends are like, they're very flattering, they're high-waisted, they have the buttons down, and yet they can be dressed up, dressed down, and you can't wear a pair of leather pants enough, in my opinion, because they have such versatility. So then how difficult is it for you, Vivien, when you are trying to plan future trends? Like, how do you stay current? How do you even plan that? That's got to be so hard.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God I'm in I can't do that.
You know, I try to bottle that, but I've been doing this for 14 years, and now it's becoming almost intuitive. And so sometimes I'll look at an item, and my gut will just tell me, that's the next dip. That's the next t-shirt. That's the next basic. That's the next, I don't know, sweater, but or like a sleeve that's gonna be amazing, or and it's just part of being a merchant. Like, so many brands use the word curated, and I go nuts, because I think, I'm not running a museum. These pieces are to be touched and loved, and, you know, stop it. I'm a merchant, and so to merchandise, and like, for example, leather pants, I love them. Every fall, I feel like it's a staple. Okay, so what's going to go with the leather pants? What's going to be that uniform for fall? And so we try to explore that, and we try to go, okay, but the sleeve's going to change. So it's a little bit of, there's the math. Let me give you an example how the math plays into it, okay? This is a really funny example. We all know mom jeans are coming in. We all know wide legs are coming in. And Erin, I don't know exactly how old you are, but I'm 39, so I've already lived the wide pant thing. My daughter thinks it's the greatest thing ever. My friends are like, Viv, I'm not wearing this. This is bad. I've already done it in junior high school. And so I keep telling them, but in a year you will. And so they love to show me their skinny jeans, like right now. They're wearing their skinny jeans because it's cold, so they want to wear the boot because of the snow and so on.
Yeah.
And so I tell them, that shoe has not come out yet. The jeans have come out. The tops have become more fitted. It's there. But the shoe to go with those wide leg pants in the winter, it's not there. It's going to be a wood platform. Because I'm not going to go around with a lug sole like the Doc Marten type of shoe, like a combat. I just feel like that's not me anymore. Certainly my daughter, my 17-year-old or 16, 17-year-old. Anyway, and so that is math because we already know that there's a 20-year cycle. And we already know, okay, if you're going to have that pair of pants, you're going to have that shoe. Again, part of it's my intuition of I've already lived this in 1999. 2000, 2001. I've already lived it. So I have to wait for China and their factories to change to get into the wood sole. So that's where the math kind of comes in. And so then I go, wait, if she's going to buy those new pants, she's going to need the new fitted tops because all her tops probably have an A-line from all those skinny jeans. And so it just goes through the whole thing. That's how it goes.
Wow. I never thought of that, but you're almost like a problem solver based on like, okay, it's like you're building a house. Like, oh, okay, if they want this style Spanish house, they're going to need this roof, and they're going to need this plaster. And so you kind of almost fit it around the trend and you think like backwards, if that makes sense, because I never really thought you're right. That is literally a problem that I have. I'm like, ooh, I like these wide leg pants. But then I can't wear the boots. I still need the skinny jeans to wear the boots.
Like, I'm wearing flares today, and I'm wearing my booty. And it's like, oh, it's driving me nuts because this almost looks Western. That's not the point. Where's the shoe? Where's the shoe?
Wow.
I know, give it a year. Give it a year.
That is absolutely so fascinating. Well, let me ask you guys both this question because one of the things that even started me wanting to do these Women Crush Wednesday interviews is that I firmly believe the pandemic has affected women the most, whether they owned a small business and the small business was impacted, or whether they were moms whose kids were in school and now they're back home and maybe they're the ones in the household requiring to do the homeschooling or to provide the kind of like tutoring at home that they weren't in charge of previously because their children were out and about in school. So how has, and then Brenna, I'll ask you, how have you seen like social strategy change with the pandemic? And then I'm curious for you, Vivien, how have you had to change your company, or has your company seen a change due to the pandemic? But Brenna, you go first. What is your take on that?
Yeah, well, people, I believe the first thing are looking more towards social media since the pandemic, just because they've been inside more, they've had less to do. Since the initial, we've kind of gotten back to normal and we've kind of gone back down, but people are a lot, I think, more engaged on social media, and I think that they want to see more fast-paced things. They want, because they consume so much more of it, so they want to see, like, they don't want to see, like, lengthy descriptions. They want to see just the quick outfit, and they want to see it, like, really fast.
I think also what's changed is the introduction of TikTok.
Yes.
Which is my 39-year-old brain can't wrap. Because it's not about a polished look like Instagram where we can control. It's a lot more organic, I guess, and it's fast. And prettiness doesn't look good in TikTok. And so I just, so I think that's what's changed is the way we consume the media, right? We want these quick videos where attention span has fallen even more, I feel like, since the pandemic. Social media.
The most popular videos are between like 5 and 9 seconds.
Yeah, it's quick. There's a lot more video content.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to ask that. I was going to ask, what have you guys seen get the most traction that you post on social media?
Our Reels and our TikToks, honestly. I mean, our posts do well as well, and our stories, but the Reels and the TikToks, that's when they see the clothes in movement, they see the clothes in action, they see them on Reel. We like our influencers because they can see them on real bodies. Not that our bodies. Not that our models are, but they see them on people,
So our company, how it has changed, The pandemic, it's kind of funny. So our stores are really calm, but when we were forced to close them, I think that was one of the happiest times I've had at home because it was so calming, so calming, not to have the stores and all the stuff going on, and just to be able to focus on web. So when we were able to focus on web, we noticed that, let's say, we weren't just selling 100 pairs of jeans, we were selling 600. So like, oh shoot, we've never given enough inventory to web in the first place. And so as I don't know, business opened up, May of 2020, June, July, we just tried to give us, we actually didn't have enough inventory and everything was shut down. The world shut down, factories shut down around the world. So it was tough. But in 2021, our stores have all been record breaking, all of them. We don't understand why. My guess is because people have stayed home. Now they're bored and they want to go into a store because the traffic, the sales, everything, we're like double 2020. And then online has just picked up steam too. So the pandemic was a blessing in disguise for us, to be honest. Our sales have really increased because we were able to focus and just have that time to really forecast it correctly.
I think people being at home, they kind of, I don't know. For me, like the second I was home and bored, I would go online shopping because I just wanted something new. I wanted something different. I wanted something fresh. And so I think the fashion industry really saw a boom from that just because they wanted something else. And then once we kind of got out of that first year, I think loungewear sets are still popular, but I think people wanted to dress up again. People wanted to wear dresses. They wanted to wear nice outfits, sparkles, glitter. They wanted to go to parties. And so I think the fashion industry is taking a huge boom from that.
Yeah.
Wow. That is so fascinating here with Vivien Bohm and Brenna Russell of Bohm. And it's so fascinating to me because I, as a consumer, I stayed home more obviously too. And I think it's interesting that a clothing company that celebrates, being outdoors or going to a nice cocktail party, you actually saw a boom in your line instead of what I would have thought maybe there would be some drop off because most people are either trying to save money or they're not going.
No, we had our best year ever. We doubled.
That's absolutely amazing. That is really fascinating because I think that lends itself to not only providing a great experience, but then obviously you have such a dedicated fan base or audience that people really like your clothing. They like the price point. And
there's this woman, because I actually look at orders, believe it or not. There's this woman, I won't mention her name, but every week she places an order. And in fact, I kind of live near her, but I don't think she knows I know her. And some weeks I'm like, oh my gosh, the world hates us. Like we don't know what we're doing. We hate the fashion's bad and so on. And then I'll see her come in and just place an order. I'm like, she still loves us. The world's all right, And so I have these fans that they don't know how they touch us, but they do. And they touch our employees too. Because one year I gathered all of our assistant managers, some store managers, and I asked, what is it that's the most rewarding thing about your job? And half of them were in tears. And I said, you know what? It's helping that woman. It's helping that person. And so, I don't know. There's just, it's fun to be a woman and to be able to serve other women, It's really rewarding.
I love it. And you're so hands-on, the fact that you even see the orders, and I'm sure people can write in and you're probably the first to want to make sure all of your customers are happy. And I love that it's woman-owned, I just can't support woman-owned brands, woman-owned clothing companies enough because to be able to be where you are today, talking in this way really says a lot about what you probably had to overcome in your life. You're from Brazil originally, so you're an immigrant and you're not originally from the States. So I'm in deep admiration of what both of you guys do, and I'm so grateful that I had some time to chat with you guys, because I know both of you guys are so busy. So thank you guys for taking some time to chat.
Oh, no, Erin, I just think it's so cool. I see so many. I don't know how to. I'm not going to call them influencers. Let's just say social media figures, because there's just different people, different things, different tasks. Anyway, and so many times they're talking about women empowerment and the future is female and this and that. And then I'm looking at their outfit. It's like, wait, your clothing isn't backing up your message. And I know it because or they're not giving credit. It's not so nice. So Erin, one of the reasons I took this this opportunity to chat with you was because I knew what you say is actually what you're doing in your social media and in your public life. So thank you for that. That was freaking awesome. Thank you. That you do what you mean. Like, you do exactly what you say you do, you know?
And Erin is someone who is a boss lady amongst many men in her profession. And
Yes.
her mom was as well. And so we look up to you, Erin, and we thank you that you even took the time to have us. And you're one of my heroes. So.
Oh my gosh, you guys, but you have a story to tell, and I'm just grateful that you guys care about women. I see that, you live for that, and thank you for the mutual admiration, because I really do look up to both of you guys, and this is why I think so many people absolutely love foam, because you back up what you say, and it's really cool. It's super inspiring, and I will continue to absolutely support your company because of that positive messaging. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Erin.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, that was pretty good, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again, and I will hopefully get to see you guys in store very soon.
Yes. Come visit us.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Take care. Bye.